Hi guys, thanks for joining me on Making with Marilyn. I've been playing around with heart shapes and zebra print, and I combined the two so that I could cut this out of some Cricut Window Cling. I think it turned out really cute. So I want to show you how I made this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to search for zebra print, clip art, free. Then I'm going to have to click on images. And then the one that I want, which I'll just go with this first one, I'll drag it to my desktop. Click out of that, and then we're ready to start. So I'm going to click on Upload. I've done this once, but we'll start over, Upload Image, Browse, and I have Unknown PNG 2. So let's open that. All right, it's right here. So we need to basically trace it. Since there's a lot to this, I'm going to go ahead and say Complex and Continue. Before I get started, I want to go ahead and zoom in a lot so I can see the fine details. Now, if I were to continue here, let me show you what we have as a cut file. Just a rectangle. So we need to use this Select and Erase tool. So I'll click on that. And then I'm going to click on all the white parts that I want to go away. Notice that anything that's continuous goes away with one click. So it'll take you just a little bit of time to do this, but it's really well worth it. Now, once I've clicked on everything that I think should go away, before I move on, I want to preview this. So let's click Preview. And notice how this looks like it's touching. Let's hide that preview and zoom in quite a bit more. So it was this area right here causing us some problems. I'm going to keep zooming in. Now it looks like things are gone, but let's go ahead and keep clicking in there to erase. I did just see something go away, so hopefully that's going to look better. All right, we'll go ahead and preview it. It's better, but I'll keep clicking. Okay, it looks like that might be as good as it gets. So I'm going to click Continue, and then I want it as a cut file, so I'll click over here, and then I'll go ahead and save it. Now that I have it in Cricut Design Space as an image, I'll click on it, and I'll say Insert Image. Now let's drag it larger and check it out. Okay, and you can see that there really is white space there, so that looks fine. I do want my stripes to be more horizontal, so I'll go ahead and turn it this way. Okay, so it gets a little bit more complex here, but it's really not bad. We'll click on Shapes. I want a circle. Then I want my circle to be somewhere around 5 inches tall, 5 inches wide. That's close enough. I'm going to duplicate one to save it, and then I'll duplicate it again to use as something to slice out of the background. I want to use a small outline of the heart to eventually weld my zebra print to. So I'm going to go ahead and make my inside heart a little smaller and a little smaller again. Okay, that looks pretty good, but I want to center them. So I'll click both and say Align, and I'm going to center them horizontally. Now I'll go ahead and slice, and then I can delete my inside pieces. All right, so this will eventually be the outside part of my shape. Okay, I want to go ahead and duplicate that, and then I'll just hide one out of the way to use it later. All right, let's back out just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, go ahead and take your solid heart, make it really big. And I mean really big. And you'll see why here in just a minute. Okay, that looks pretty good. So let's take one of these outlines and center it somewhat in the middle. We're going to reserve this one. All right, so I have my small outline selected. I hold the command button down and add the large heart to it and slice. I can delete the little outline inside. Then I'm going to have to contour this center. So I'll click on it and just click over here to contour it out. All right, so it's gone. Okay, so my heart's going to be something like this. And that looks pretty good. Notice that's about the same size as in here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move my huge heart over it and slice out of this zebra print. I'll show you what would happen if you use this little bitty one. Let's say we select the outline and add the zebra print to it, click slice. Then you have all of this outside here to either contour away or figure out how to get rid of it. So we're going to back up some. Let's move our little outline away and let's put our huge heart over it. So I could have made this heart bigger. It'll still work. I'll show you how you get rid of these little stragglers that are left. All right, so I have my huge heart selected. I'll hit Command, and over here I'll add my zebra shape to it, and then I'll slice. Now I'm going to delete my huge heart. I'll delete everything that it sliced out, and then I have one more layer, click on it and delete it, and here's what's left. Now, even though these are way down here and it looks like they're separate, it's all just one big file. Okay, let's zoom back in some. So the last thing that I can do to clean this up over here is click on Shapes. I'll select a triangle. I'll duplicate the triangle, and now I'm going to use one triangle on this side. I have my triangle selected. I'll add the zebra print to it, and I'll click Slice. Then I can just get rid of everything down here in the bottom right corner. Then my other triangle can cover over this other area. My triangle's selected, so I'll hit Command, add my zebra print to it, and slice again. Now I can just delete everything down here on the bottom left corner. Okay, so time to put these two shapes together. And it's going to be easier if I change this red. I'll be able to see it a little bit better. I'll make it a little bit larger. Then I want these inside pieces to touch this outside piece. I'll select both layers and I'll click Weld. So now I have my two hearts. All right, let's see. This one's 5'5" by 5'2". Let's go ahead and click on this one. Unlock it. The width 5'5", and then the height was about 5.2. Okay, so now they're the same basic size, and I'm ready to cut. So I'm going to click on Make It. Yeah, it looks good, so I'll hit Continue. Now on this screen, I need to find the window cling. So I'll click on Browse Materials, and then I'm just going to type in the word cling, and it's right here. We'll click Done. If you have words or something like that that matters, and you want to be able to read it from the inside of your window, and you're putting it on the inside of the window, then you need to mirror your design. In my case, it's not going to matter, and so I'm ready to just go ahead and cut. I'll make sure that I have my fine point blade in the clamp. I'll turn my camera around and we'll watch it cut. I have my standard grip mat and my Cricut Window Cling. I just want to go ahead and lay that down on my mat and push it down nicely. Now, if I had my brayer, I would go ahead and roll my brayer over this, but I don't have it handy right now, so we're just going to go like this. Okay, my light's flashing. It's ready to load. I have my fine point blade in. Let's go ahead and move this away from the wall just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to push the flashing light to load the material. I've already cleaned my blade. Now the C is flashing, so I'm ready to cut. All right, it's ready to eject. It's kind of hard to see where the cut is, so you just want to be really careful you don't cut through where your Cricut cut. Now this window cling, just like HTV, has a carrier sheet on the back. All right, we'll go ahead and remove this from our mat. And then you're going to weed this just a lot like HTV. So I'm just going to grab up in the corner and take everything that's outside of my hearts off. Okay, I got in a little bit of a hurry and I pulled up something that was supposed to stay down, but that's okay. It'll be fine. Okay, so I know the outside stays on. Now each piece is going to have to be weeded individually. You can either use your weeding tool or you can just grab it with your fingers. Okay, so we're done weeding. I'll go ahead and cut these apart and then stick them on the window. Okay, so the last little part of the video, I'm going to go ahead and put these on the side door windows. So you're just going to put it up against the window, and then if you have a scraper, you can use that. If you don't, just use a credit card or one of those rewards cards. And there we have our cute little window clings. Thanks so much for joining me. Until the next video. Bye-bye.